Monique reacts to women wearing bonnets in public.
Hey, sweetnesses. I got a little something on my heart. You know what? Let me get my other glasses because I can't see what damn thing.
Oh no.
And I wanna do it here so that way we can respond together. Because I was just gonna do a post, but I think this is a conversation. Let me put these other glasses on. I'm going to look like Dwayne. What was the baby name on a different world? Dwayne Wayne. That's how he used to wear his glasses. Hey, sweet babies. Okay, so here's my here's the conversation. When I was a little girl, right? My father did not let me leave the house if I was not presentable. And I'm talking about to go outside and play. My hair had to be combed, right? My father did not let me get fingernail polish before I was even I was a teenager before I had fingernail polish on my nails. And when I did get fingernail polish on my nails, my father would say it's either on or off. You could not have no chipped nails, baby. He didn't play that. And he said, when you leave out the house, you got to make sure, you're representing yourself. Okay. So I always held on to that, right? And I remember when I first started working out, I would put on any goddamn thing. I didn't care if it matched. I didn't care because I really wasn't there. And my husband says to me, when you look good, you feel good. He says, so try putting yourself together before you go work out and see how you do on your workout. And guess what? The shit worked. I liked my little workout outfits, right? I like my little pieces. I like them. I feel like, you put your little things on and you be presentable and you go out and get that thing together. Okay. Well, now here's my question. This is puzzling me. And I'm like, what's happening with us? Because oftentimes I see our young, beautiful sisters out there and some of our older, beautiful sisters out there, and they have on these goddamn bonnets. They have on bonnets. What is that? Like, when did we get to that? When did we get to that? And when was that okay? I have a bonnet. Please hear me. I have 3 of them. And those bonnets are for when I take my shower. Those bonnets are for when I might be getting ready to lay down and take a nap and I got to put it on because I don't want my hair to be on a cotton pillowcase. That's what those bonnets are for. When did the bonnets become a part of the goddamn outfit? When did we start doing that, y'all? And why are we letting that just be acceptable? And is it just being lazy? Like, why can't we take the time out to comb our goddamn hair? Why aren't we taking the time out to put ourselves together? I'm seeing sisters at the airport in bonnets and slippers. Well, f it, just wear your whole pajamas. Like, just don't even, like, what are we doing? So my question is, and I don't even know if it's a question, as a 53-year-old woman, are we as the sisters that's half 100 having these conversations with our babies? Are we seeing our young sisters in the street and saying, hey, come here, sweetness. That's not what you doing. And this young lady made a post the other day, and I'm like, she missed this man's point. And she had on her bonnet. And she was saying that she was at a store, and a brother came up to her and said, sis, y'all oftentimes complain about, men don't approach you and men don't seem interested and you can't find a good man. He said, but who wants to meet a woman with that on her head? And I think she took offense to it, but that brother was telling her the truth. Do you think when you go into a store and you look like motherfucking why, somebody's going to be interested? Now, they might look like motherfucking why too. So now y'all 2 question marks. Why and why? Why? So all I'm asking you, my sweet babies, is can we get back to some pride in our community? Can we get back to self-loving and self-care? Can we get back to that? Because I'm watching some things that just makes me go, wow. And I know sometimes my baby girl be like, that's not your business. I'm like, yes, it is. I'm great, make it my business. I'm getting ready to tap this baby. We were in a store one time, one of the chain stores. And we were going back towards the dressing room, and I saw this young lady in her goddamn socks. Do you remember that? She had just her socks. And looked like she just got up out of bed and said, I'm going to go to work. And I had to tap her. And I had to say, young lady, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And that young lady looked at me and was like, what? If I were your supervisor, do you know you would lose your job today? Today would be your last day here. So all I'm saying to you, my sweet babies, you deserve it. You deserve to give a damn about you. You deserve to give a damn about you. I care about you. So give a damn about you. And guess what? Our babies are watching. Our babies are watching. And these all that we be talking about. And again, this is what gets me, y'all. When we be doing all those videos with the female celebrities, hey queen, hi queen, you a queen, are we really meaning that? Or is that something just polite to say? Because when you see our babies in the street, are you stepping up to those little queens? Are you saying, hey baby, what you doing? What we doing, y'all?
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
After 2 miles onto US 41 North.
And it's not that somebody needs to say something to these young ladies. We all need to get involved, y'all. We all need to be saying something. Like, when I put on my post, I love us for real, I really do. Even when it's uncomfortable, even when it don't feel good, even when you gotta have the conversations that make motherfuckers say, oh well, let me walk away, then walk your ass away. But if it's the truth, I would ask that you please walk back. Because I've had to have some said to me that made me want to walk away. But I knew had I walked away, I would have lost. So I had to stand in it and hear what I needed to hear. And see, when you say, somebody just said, say the wrong thing to some of these girls, they will cut you. Well, how you saying it to them? How you talking to them? See, oftentimes we want to talk at these babies. We don't want to talk to our babies. We don't want to nurture them enough to say, come here, little sister, let me talk to you for a minute. Not, okay, you little, what you, because you're going to get what you're given. You're going to get what you're given. But if we approach them babies like we would want to be approached, watch how that can grow. Watch how that can happen. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something real quick. This is how far we've gotten. If I was on this page right now dropping shade, or what is it, dropping shade? Dropping shade or spilling tea?
Throwing shade.
Throwing shade. Whatever the shit is, they say, it be so many goddamn people in this room. But when we start talking about self-care and self-love, I watch the numbers go down. As if to say, oh, she ain't talking about nobody, so ain't nobody got time for that shit. You're the one I'm talking to. You probably got a goddamn bonnet on right now. Greetings from Ethiopia. Hey, my beautiful family in Ethiopia. Yeah, being shady, yeah. And then you got people that's our age doing that. You got people that is our age. And I'm talking the 50 plus crew, the 40 plus crew. That's being the biggest bullies, dropping the most shade, spilling the most goddamn tea, being the most fraudulent. So what do we think our young babies have to look up to? What do we think we giving to them? And I'm not saying y'all, I'm saying we, to include me too. What are we giving to them? What are we leaving for them to say, okay, I appreciate that. Okay, let me take this piece. Okay, let me take that piece. But every damn channel you turn on now, almost, it's grown-ass women fighting. Grown-ass women worrying about who can pay whose mortgage. Grown-ass women worrying about who's sleeping with whose man. Grown-ass women worrying about what kind of shoes you got on because they cheap. This is grown-ass women doing this. Grown-ass women. And you like, well, what? Wasn't that shit we went through in middle school? Wasn't that the shit we went through when we talking about, oh, she got on fish heads? But now you got grown-ass women talking about, yeah, look at her shoes. Stop posting pretty and just stop being pretty. Just give people what you would want to get back. I would want somebody to tap me if I was out of my mind. I would want somebody to tap me if my teeth wasn't right. I want somebody to tap me if I got a little smell under my arms. I want somebody to tap me if something ain't going right in the personals. Tap me. But don't go and say, oh, can you believe that? I love y'all to the moon and back, my Israel, my peaches. So that was on me, y'all, that when we see our young babies going to the left, be fearless in trying to talk to them and nurture them back to the right.
Next line.
If we see our young sisters making a wrong choice or a wrong decision because we did the same goddamn thing and we know what it is to hit that brick wall, and we knew what it was that when we hit the brick wall, nobody tried to pick us up and put us back together. We know what it felt like to feel by ourselves and lonely. We know what it feels like to feel like nobody gave a damn. We know that, so why do we keep passing it on? When you see a young sister making a poor choice or a bad decision that we've all done, could we nurture them through it? Could we not do whole shows about somebody's choice and decision that don't make a goddamn bit of sense in your life? We get caught up in other people's shit that does not help us in our growth and in our lives. So therefore, if you don't have nothing good to say, shut your damn mouth. I guess that would kill all the reality shows, huh? I guess it would take them all off the air. If you don't have nothing to say to fill another sister's spirit, if you don't have nothing to say that can pour into somebody to make them make a different choice or decision to uplift them, be quiet. Be quiet.
Turn left after 3.
If you see a sister out in the street with a goddamn bonnet, don't kiki behind her back. Go tap and say, sis, is everything good? Because I saw maybe you was in a rush or something. You good, baby girl? Because you don't want to be out here in that bonnet. You don't want to be out here looking like that. My grandmother always told me, let me tell you something that your great-grandmother, my grandmother, you know what Mimi always said to me? Always have on clean drawers. That's what my grandmother said. She said, because you never know what might happen and somebody got to see your drawers. Now, I'm a little girl. She said, you always have on clean drawers. And then my sister told me, always keep a pair of panties in your purse. Because you never know what the day might bring. That's the shit. My little grandbaby, if you ask her right now, what are you in? She's going to say queen training. And the conversations that me and her have, along with her mother, because I do not overstep my boundary, I always ask my baby girl, is it okay that I have this conversation with her? She looks at me like, Aunt Nikki, please give her the same that you gave me. And more.
Thanks for tuning in to 9 Mag TV.